Pacers African native Dikembe Mutombo. The offensive foul on Rick Smits. Mutombo to the bench with 2 early fouls, and that opened things up in the middle for Jalen Rose. Pacers by 4. Second quarter, the Hawks coming back. Ryder will blow by Reggie Miller for the hoop. JR with 16 in the game. Hawks by 10 at the half, but in the third quarter, the Pacers went on a 40-point explosion while the Hawks were held to a franchise career low 10 points. Reggie Miller, 19 of his 25 in the third, as the Pacers blew out the Hawks in embarrassing fashion by 27, causing Ryder to sulk alone at the end of the bench at the end of the game. And for some 15 minutes afterwards, when he finally reached the locker room, this is what he had to say for his teammates.
Yeah, I'd rather win, man. This 7th in the league, 6th in the league, scoring, man. I'd rather win, man. It's just bull. People don't care, man. I'm tired of just laughing and giggling when you lose and shit. People don't care, man. I care.
You mean guys in here?
I care, man. Just what I said when I first came to this motherfucker. I want to win, man. It's some bull. Now, if you get my point, you get it. If you want to talk about me, talk about me. I don't give a I want to win. So that's why I was reluctant to come to this. Excuse me.
And Shaq and company hosting the Phoenix Suns. Early on, the Lakers showing how much more unselfish ball they're playing under new coach Phil Jackson. Shaq finding Kobe for the 360 slam. Shaq with 27 in this game, but he also dished out 7 assists here to the cutting Robert Horry for the slam. Lakers up 5 at the break. More Bryant in the third, trying to beat the third quarter buzzer.
He stops, he shoots.
And does. 18 for Kobe. The Lakers win it 103-87 to improve to an NBA best 25-5.
Of power in the NBA the past decade has resided squarely in the East. From the Detroit Pistons to the Chicago Bulls, Eastern Conference teams muscled most of the NBA crowns from their Western foes. However, last season, when the San Antonio Spurs broke through and won the title, it was the first evidence that the power had shifted west. West has benefited from a migration of talent. Shaquille O'Neal went from Orlando to L.A. Penny Hardaway left the Magic for Phoenix. Scottie Pippen moved from Chicago to Houston and settled in Portland. Seattle has become a top free agent destination, and even perennial malcontent Chris Webber has found a home in Sacramento. Influx of talent has added a tougher element to the Western Conference. Top teams like the Lakers can now bump down on the blocks as well as get down on the break, making them even more dangerous.
In North Carolina, Sam Cassell to Glenn Robinson, the big dog, knocks that one down. He had 36 on the night. Bucks within 3. Now Milwaukee, Robinson again, this time other side of the floor. Dead solid, perfect. Bucks up by a point, 103-102. Now Milwaukee down 2 with 26 seconds left. Sam Cassell, 19 assists. Can he get 20? No, he can't. Robinson misses, and the Hornets win it, 109-105. Now the Heat and the Magic. Glenn Doc Rivers and the Magic only 6-6 at home. John Amici the miss. Look at this action. Chris Gatling the miss. Bo Outlaw the miss. Chucky Atkins the miss. Gatling, wow! Fast and furious. Heat led by 2 at the half. Pat Riley says this never happened in L.A. How about this? Ben Wallace just throws that thing up there and it goes in. Maybe it's the haircut. I don't know. These things coming back. Heat lead by 4 after 3, and then last chance for the Magic. Heat up 3. 3 seconds left. Darrell Armstrong hits nothing but glass. And the Heat win at 109-106. The 76ers and the Warriors. Wilt Chamberlain's jersey retired at halftime. Spent a great deal of his career with the Warriors. 4 seconds left and a half. John Starks behind his back and shoots. And, yeah, dead solid, perfect. Warriors down by 2 at the half. And then Allen Iverson, the I-Man, popping it in off the glass. That put the 76ers up 4. They won it 97-94. How about the Kings and the Sonics? Brotherly love here. John Barry, the steal. Here comes his brother Brent. That's the way we used to do it in the driveway. Flagrant foul on Brent Barry. We'll discuss amongst themselves. Now John driving on Brent and then makes the great pass out front to Derek Martin. He knocks that down for 3. And then John Barry picking up the loose ball, pushing it ahead to Chris Webber. Webber winds up with the layup, and Sacramento has the win 113-104. How about the Suns and the Lakers? Shaq and the Lakers looking for their 10th straight victory against Phoenix. Early on, Shaq deflects it. Ron Harper back to Shaq. Over to Kobe. And now you know why he's got his own video game. Lakers led by 5 at the half. Kobe wound up with 18. More Shaq. Look at the big guy handle. Looks a little shaky right there at the finish, but Kobe strong on the ending. Shaq had 27, 7 assists. Lakers win at 103-87.
High-scoring guard against the Pistons. No problem early. Jason Terry to Lorenzen Wright for the slam. Hawks by 11 early on, but back came the Pistons. Check out the hesitation move here by Grant Hill. That is artwork. Hill with 25. Closing seconds before the half, Lindsey Hunter. He'll kick it ahead to Jerry Stackhouse for the soaring one-hand slam, and the Pistons had a 2-point lead at the break. This one a back-and-forth affair down the stretch. Jimmy Jackson, the jumper, to give Atlanta a 1-point lead. Under 15 seconds left now in regulation. Atlanta by 3. But Jerry Stackhouse will knock down the tray, and we are going to an extra session and in overtime. Detroit leading by 2. But it's LaFonso Ellis with the clutch wide-open jumper to tie the game. Now, the Hawks leading by 2 late, but the Pistons with one last chance. It's Terry Mills for 3. Got it. Game, set, and match. Detroit wins it 106-105. The Hawks put up a good fight without Ryder, but they do fall in overtime. Vince Carter and the Toronto Raptors paying a visit to Dallas. And Vince was flying high, the alley-oop from Charles Oakley. Later, Carter misses the fadeaway jumper, but he gets the rebound and he'll slam it over Sean Bradley and everybody else. Carter with 22 points and 8 rebounds. Fourth quarter, the Mavericks trying to make a comeback. Damon Jones finds German Dirk Nowitzki, who drains the three-pointer. A career-high 32 for Nowitzki, and that cut the Raptors' lead to 3. But the Raptors too strong down the stretch. Carter misses the jumper, but his cousin, Tracy McGrady, is there for the slam. He had a season-high 24 in Toronto, won it 109-104 for their 3rd straight win.
A lot of Vince Carter here on World Sport, and we make no apologies. After the Dallas turnover, Air Canada swings into action and comes up with the amazing dunk. Let's see it again. Carter with one for the highlights reel here, doing a 360-degree spin in the second quarter for our World Sport play of the day.
Now, on 6-7 forward from Central Arkansas, welcome back, Scottie Pippen!
And Pippen showing his wares in the second quarter. Getting it back to Pippen for the lay-in there. Blazers by 19 at the half. Scotty all over the place in this game. He had 11 points as the Blazers won this one 88-63 to dump the Bulls to 2-26. Pippen glad to be back in Chicago as a member of the NBA's second-best team. The game for Philadelphia 76er Allen Iverson Monday against the visiting Milwaukee Bucks. There, the three-pointer. Then again, Iverson this time for the jumper as he falls backward into the bench. Now, 8 seconds left in regulation. The Sixers by 3, but former Sixer Tim Thomas with a clutch three-pointer. He had 18, and we're going to overtime, and that's when Iverson put this one to bed. The little runner in the lane. 45 points for Iverson as the Sixers won it 124-120.
And watch this. Dickie Simpkins tips the ball to Elton Brand. Now he can score here, but doesn't realize it. Finally manages to get the basket. Barely. The Bulls lose again. But Elton Brand does get our play of the day with this confusing play at the United Center. And that is a perfect example of how bad the Bulls have been this year, Dave.
That's right, Pedro. And when we return, a warm welcome back to the Windy City for former Bulls star Scottie Pippen. For the 12-man roster, Grant Hill and Alonzo Mourning got the other 2 spots. Carter, the 22-year-old Toronto Raptors star forward, as leading players in all the All-Star balloting, but the selection committee, seeking somebody who would accept a 12th-man mentality, went instead with Allen. By the way, Shaq is not on the team because he wasn't interested. On the court Tuesday, Phoenix Suns forward Tom Gugliotta returned to the lineup for the first time since suffering a seizure 3 weeks ago. The Suns hosting the Charlotte Hornets. Gugliotta finished with just 2 points, but in light of what has happened, even the 2 points were definitely positive. Good to see him back. Tell you who was hot in this game, though, Cliff Robinson. 30 points and 9 rebounds as the Suns won this one by a final of 86-80. NBA, the Boston Celtics' futility continued at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks continuing their home mastery over the Celts. Latrell Sprewell, the nice dish to Marcus Camby for the deuce. Meantime, big night for the Knicks' Allen Houston. A season-high 37 points and a 96-88 victory. meaning the Celtics have not won at Madison Square Garden still since January of 1993. Coach Lenny Wilkins for the first Hawks game against Detroit, and it was Jason Terry from three-quarters court. That's some good coaching right there. Big night for Grant Hill, though. 42 points for the second game in a row as Detroit won its fifth contest in a row by a final of 120 to 108. Next, checking in with Tim Duncan and the slumping NBA champion San Antonio Spurs. Vin Baker, the alley-oop to Ruben Patterson. Sonics by 7 at the half. Third quarter, though, the Spurs trying to make a comeback of it. Tim Duncan, the rare bank shot for 2 of his 24. Spurs up by 1. But the Sonics would answer. Gary Payton driving tough to the hoop. Misses the shot, but great athletic move as he gets the rebound and scores. Fourth quarter, Terry Porter will find Avery Johnson. He hits the jumper. That cuts Seattle's lead to 4. But down the stretch, the Sonics just too much. Check out the great ball movement here. They get it to the rifleman. Chuck Person hits the three-pointer, and then Gary Payton will take it to the hole for 2 of his 24. Seattle wins it by 3 to send the Spurs reeling to their 6th loss in 8 games. Well, the future is so bright for actor Jack Nicholson and his favorite team, the Lakers, that he's got to wear shades. Although the Lakers were a little sloppy early on against their crosstown stepchildren, the Los Angeles Clippers. That was Troy Hudson with the steal and the layup. Third quarter, Clippers on the run. That's rookie Lamar Odom for the Tomahawk Slam. Clippers by 2, but that's when Shaquille O'Neal said, "I've had enough and I'm going to go to work." It was pretty much man versus boys. Shaquille O'Neal, a monster game, 38 points, 15 rebounds. And the Lakers too strong down the stretch. Rick Fox will get involved. He knocks down the three-pointer. Just fun time for the Lakers at the Staples Center, and they put it away. Robert Horry goes in for the left-handed slam. The Lakers roll over the Clippers for the second straight night to improve to an NBA best 20. First half off the miss, it's Sam Mitchell getting it to the big ticket. Kevin Garnett coming right into your living room for the rim-rattling slam. Minnesota Governor Jesse Ventura, that's right, baby. Under 10 seconds left to go. The T-Wolves going to their money man. It's Garnett giving them a lead with 3 seconds to play. 27 for Garnett, but the Blazers had a last chance effort. Damon Stoudemire for the tie. In and out, and Minnesota escapes to knock off the NBA's second best team by 2, halting the Blazers' 6-game winning streak. Meantime, a bizarre incident in Dallas where Mavericks coach Don Nelson took after Utah Jazz star Karl Malone. Nelson had been ejected for arguing a call and then turned his anger on Malone. As you saw, the two had to be separated, and Nelson had to be escorted from the arena, sparing him from seeing another frustrating loss for his lowly Mavericks, which kicks off our roll call of NBA scores.
Charlotte, Eddie Jones still out with a torn ligament in his left elbow. Now, players who were traded between these two teams did well early. That was former Laker Elvin Campbell with a hoop. And it's former Hornet Glenn Rice here driving, getting the foul, and the deuce. The Lakers trailing by 3 at the half. Fourth quarter, the Hornets build a big-time lead. 13 points, actually. Derek Coleman there with a jumper. And the Lakers come back. Kobe Bryant drives, scores. He had 13 points. Poor shooting night, but he had 10 rebounds. Glenn Rice, then later, he had 17. And Shaquille O'Neal does it in the post, off the glass. 23 points, 16 rebounds for him as the Lakers lead by 4. They had a 20-3 run. Now the Hornets make it interesting late on. They trail by 4, but David Wesley brings them back to within 2. Still down by 2, the Hornets are here. Time winding down. Bobby Phills goes for a 3, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. The referees judged that his heel touched the sideline, so that was out of bounds. The Lakers hold on to win their 13th straight game.
Rick Fox comes in for
Tim Floyd tried to lead his Chicago Bulls to consecutive wins for the first time this season. Bulls taking on Washington, and it's Juwan Howard early in the game with a big slam. But the Wizards would get sloppy. They had a 9-point lead at the half, but the Bulls cut it down to 2. It's Tony Kukoc picking it off right there for 2 points. Fourth quarter, Bulls on the verge of scoring 100 points. Now, they hadn't done that in their last 41 games. It's Ron Artest with a big 3. They're on 96 right here. The Bulls go back outside. Kukoc drives. And then it's the big 3 right there again by Artest. Now, with 1 second left on the shot clock, Kukoc scores, and the Bulls get to 100 points. They also win. The Bulls take the second quarter. 1-point game here is Luke Longley. It's a big slam underneath. And more Suns. Running the break is Jason Kidd, and he finds Toby Bailey for the Big jam over Detlef Schrempf, kid with 14 assists in the game. On to the fourth quarter where Bonzi Wells would take over, if you believe it. There's the lay-in, and later on Greg Anthony finds Wells under the basket for 2 more. And then it would be Scottie Pippen hooking up with Wells. Wells had 13 points in the fourth quarter on his way to a career-high night of 23. Well, late in the fourth, Blazers down 1. Pippen finds Brian Grant for the slam. Grant had 21 points, 11 rebounds. The Blazers took this one by 5 and improved to 25-8 on this season. And now,
big night for Terrell Brandon of the Timberwolves. His first career triple-double, including 14 assists, and that one to Kevin Garnett, the big ticket with a big slam. Timberwolves by 18 at the break. Fourth quarter, though, the Sixers trying to make a run. Allen Iverson, the pick and the layup. And then he'll go back to work for the jump shot. 37 for the NBA's top scorer. And the Sixers cut Minnesota's lead to 9, but not nearly enough as the Timberwolves got it going again.